What's up, everybody? Welcome back to more Metaphor. I didn't mean to do that. We are back. So now we need to do some talking. This episode is probably going to be a... I wonder if he'll come with me. This episode's probably going to be a talkative one. We have to wait 4 more days before we're able to leave the island.
Hey.
We've got nothing to do but bond with our friends. Alright, let's go to the Grand Cathedral.
Thanks.
Let's make for the royal capital. I hope this turns out for the best. I've been informed about the land. This conversation could have been a far less roundabout if you only informed me of your assets. What are these documents? The contract, lad. You seem rather hurried, so I wasted no time preparing it, but with a signature, you become a landowner.
Worry not.
This countryside land, yes, but the price is a rare bargain. The owner forfeited after losing his fortunes on a gamble.
I see.
There was an owner. Then I am right to presume this land still has its tenants. Yes, quite a few. They're yours to command. Vacate them, employ them. The choice is yours. Your property, your people. A bargain, wouldn't you say? The total acreage is a bit smaller than Halia. Minor details. The land is readily available, and that alone makes it valuable. There's even an estate manor you can claim at your convenience.
No.
It matters, actually. Something's off.
Yeah.
Alright, if there are any residents there, I'd be introduced in conflict by moving Hellions on top of them. Needless to say, this land won't realize my vision. Why do you concern yourself with the squatters? If they're of no use to you, push them out of the sight and out of mind. Our lord hardly deserves the title without land to govern. You would reject his contract knowing that? Stick to your ideals. Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience. You remembered my parents saying.
Apologies.
I do apologize, Lord Hydron, but I can't in good conscience sign this contract. Do you know what a refusal will do to my reputation? As a noble, you must know this will have ramifications.
Yeah.
All the land in the world does not make the lord until he shoulders the responsibility of protecting its people. To hell with nobles who can't recognize that. In fact, I would like to make a counter-offer. I will buy 100 of your vacant houses here in the capital. 100, vacant or not, residence does not come cheap in the capital. Your ilk could never afford them. I've already verified the going market rate. My ilk has more than enough to cover the costs. You're surprised. I looked into it while you were helping me make inquiries. Clever.
Right. Now then.
I know I'm just a countryside noble, but wouldn't you dream of overcharging me, would you? It would certainly have ramifications. You must be familiar with my compatriot by now. Indeed, your reputation would certainly suffer were it come to light that you were trying to scam us. Sure you aren't threatening me here, are you, boy? Of course not. I have simply made a competitive offer for your vacant houses you cannot seem to buy a buyer for. You stand to profit, really. Just the idiocy I'd expect from the son of a backwater lord who could not even flee correctly. You'd sacrifice your house in the name of sheltering peasants. You may as well toss the money down the latrine. It insults the entire atrocity. You'd live to regret it.
Fine.
You're the one who will live to be sorry. This country will change, and corrupt nobles like you are the cusp of extinction. My parents who risked their lives to protect their people are the real nobles, and my heroes. Now, Lord Hydron, shall we put ink to parchment? Well, did he buy it or no?
What then?
Long Master, you used your inheritance to purchase houses for us in the capital. Your generosity goes too far. Be at ease, old friend. I'm just being stubborn, perhaps even selfish. The more I pondered what I should do, the less clear the answer became. But when I asked myself what I truly wanted, I knew without a doubt. I wanted to see your smiles again. The ones I remember from a simpler time. I wanted those smiles to come naturally. A nobleman is the shield in its people's hands, durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry. What else does value does he have? Another gem of my parents' wisdoms. I am sorry, though. I know you wanted a house Heliatus to rise again. No. You have shown us a way to live with more pride than any fortune or glory could impart. It has been my life's greatest honor, greater than any words could express, to have served such a dignified family.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry to have left you in languish for so long. From here on, I hope happier times win the day. Young Master Leo, pardon, Lord Straw.
Thank you.
It is with our utmost gratitude that we accept these accommodations in the royal capital. Allow me the honor of gathering the other refugees. Let us begin our lives anew, dreaming that one day we will unfurl the banner of House Helios and serve its new lord. Rangif, everyone, I thank you. Once my journey is over, I'll be back.
Thank you.
Thanks to you as well. I couldn't have made it through this without you. It was all you. It was your determination that saw us through. You're a genuine friend, you know that?
You know,
I didn't choose to help these people out of the sense of noble obligation. It was far more simple than that. If I have the power to save someone, I will. As straightforward as it can be. When someone needs a helping hand, I'll be there to extend it. Your sincerity made me realize that.
yeah.
I would wager my parents were much the same. I think living my life with that in mind is what they expect of me. He's only got one more level.
Now, a new power.
A new power. It's almost there.
I've got it, Father.
Samurai. Nice. Alright. Cool.
Well,
I think I should visit my parents' grave. I think I owe them that apology for failing to rebuild our house with their inheritance. I'm so glad you found refuge here in the capital. I even found a merchant my father knew well. Your fathers would tell us all the time if there was ever an emergency, we should gather at the capital. Grand Trad, but that... Pay me no mind. Before we return, shall we tour your new accommodations? 11.
Yes!
Stroll. Damn. I kind of wish it was Stroll so I could just finish. But alright. I could do Heisme. He's almost done. Let's do Heisme. Let's get him to 6. We'll work on everyone else eventually, but for now let's get Heisme. Now it remains to carry out our plan in Altabury. The question is, where does the spear... Oh, that's the hole. Yes, let's go back to the village and search.
I'm in your debt.
We need to find your son. He's here. He's out there somewhere. On guard for monsters, we made our way cautiously by carriage to the forest near his village. By Tadari's account, the remains weren't anywhere in the village. He searched homes, streets, even crawl spaces, but found no sign of it. Yet it was surely the work of a villager. No doubt they hid the urn somewhere it would not be found. They did not have much time, scant moments to hide it, to avoid rousing suspicions, which means our culprit must have buried it.
sure.
No.
They buried it within the village to be traces of disturbed earth that one of them escaped his eye. Suppose it went like this. A villager disagrees with Tadari, but isn't confident in speaking out directly. And then suddenly they find themselves alone with the urn. They seize the bones and hurry outside the village, an act of impulse.
Then
Sure, if true, we're sure to find some traces on this road leading to the village. Let's keep an eye out. So we're looking for any kind of hint. Oh, there it is. There what is? The urn? Oh, he found him.
Oh,
Thank goodness, and the bones inside are safe. Just as you deduced. Excellent detective work. Whatever it takes to hold my son in my arms. 'Twas placed haphazard in the shadow of a tree, easily found. It suggests to me the culprit did not truly wish it to be lost to me forever. I can only think that as long as I give up on laying my son to rest here, then that will satisfy them.
however,
But is that truly how this should end? Is something still bothering you?
that's
It's the villagers. If they didn't want my son buried there, I would have rather been told. Had we talked openly, perhaps we could have found a spot of mutual satisfaction. But they staked no claim, hid themselves outright, and played at accepting me, demonstrating cowardice to the one they deemed an outsider. 'Tis a tendency that runs deep, yes, but the village's isolation has magnified it dramatically. With such a shadow cast, their trade and relations may never recover. There are children in that village too. Ought we really turn our backs on a village such as this? One that grows poorer and more isolated by the day? I don't think we can.
Listen.
I don't think we can let the village go on like this.
Right.
Children have no say in where they're born. Their environment is a product of adults who raise them, and it falls to those adults to take responsibility. I'd like to speak with Tadari and the others once
For
again.
our future.
My time with you has changed me for the better. Now the time has come to pass the favor on to villagers. Bonding!
I found a way to change. Surely they too.
Can I indulge yourself?
My thanks.
Thank you, let's head back. Alright, well we got your son, so that's good enough for now.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer. Well then.
Alright.
Lovely.
Hulkenberg is next, right? Yes. Who else is really close? Brigida is really close too, so the next time she wants to talk, we will. Let's do Hulkenberg. Alright. Is it time to...
Well met.
Is it time for your duel?
Perhaps.
To think him capable of such dishonor, but surely. No, you're right. I shouldn't discount it. Perhaps we should
No.
resort. I suppose I didn't want to consider it. 'Tis hardly a prospect to face. But indeed, as you say, I have a higher cause to fight for. I cannot afford to risk my life on a more petty pursuit. I've been actually just been asked if I have favor by an old acquaintance.
Say.
I should reach out to him. I should go to him now. Let's go.
I thank you.
Rodanth is planning another organization. Before I arrive, I must meet with a certain organization. You go on, meet us at the gallows.
Listen!
Good citizens, once again it appears some traitors have wormed their way into our midst.
Heed my words!
But fear not, in the name of honorable order of knights, we shall render judgment upon these 8 pawns of evil who disturb our peace.
Wait!
Rodanth, halt.
Whoops.
What now? Have you come to aid in the execution? No chance.
No.
The opposite, in fact.
Yes.
I have come today to set you straight. The honorable order, was it? I say you were a stranger to honor and has been for years. Well, isn't this a sight that a defectant vagrant would bluster at that knight commander himself? Nay, we're 2 royal knights both, birds of a feather, and so, Rodanth, I challenge you to a duel.
As a knight.
And should I win, I will halt this Capri's execution. I stake my very life upon it. Duel, eh? You would gamble your life for this? You would be no match for me besides. Do you mean to run away from my challenge, O commander of the honorable order?
Do you see sense?
People would have your answer. A duel is a sacred battle as a knight. Will you disregard it? Very well, consider your foolish offer accepted. If you wish so badly to be reminded of the gulf between us, then I will oblige you. He's my witness. Where's yours?
Oi!
Sir, you will be my witness. I trust I need not to explain.
Well then.
We need to go to more discreet grounds. This will be a fierce battle indeed, and I do not wish to set the people ill at ease. I shall meet you before
Let's
the great
move.
gate. To me. So we each have our witnesses. Alright. We come to the great gate outside the capital.
Here?
You chose a place far from any audience. Had you more confidence, you would have settled this for all to see. You're not allowed to die.
Now then.
Witnesses present and ready. Now then, let us fight with our all honor and fairness. Draw your sword. That'll be quite unnecessary. Natum. What? I can't move.
Absurd.
Fool, you and the whelp have made quite the names for yourself. You think I'd do the deed right there, with the whole town watching? He was kind enough to bring a specialist igniter once outlawed. I thought killing you might take some extra measures. Hurts, doesn't it? Like 100 blades in one, slicing through every part of you. Face
was
me.
you.
Why don't you face me instead?
You cur.
Weighted against despair, I would endure this pain 1,000-fold. What? How?
Redanth.
I wanted to believe you would accept this challenge in earnest, but now, more than anything, I was a fool to have faith in you. And she beat him. Her strike brought him to his knees.
Redanth.
Your skills have dulled. And that Nastum fellow appears to have absconded. Victory is ours then. As wagered, your farce of an execution shall be stayed. How can this be? A heiress of nepotism, propped up by nothing more than her lineage, has no right to take what I have earned by ability alone.
Stop.
I took nothing from you. It was you alone who soiled and abandoned your path.
Speak no more.
Stay your tongue. I am nothing like you. You threw your title away, but I have a duty to maintain absolute order in this city while the throne remains unoccupied.
Heed my words.
Do you think it easily to keep the citizens in line? Do you think it's a simple matter? Our snares must succeed for us to eliminate resistance.
No.
A knight follows an oath of allegiance, not power alone. 'Tis not a convenience of a title, nor any means to bury one's own fears of inferiority. I had hoped that you and I had one last fair of duel as peers. But the time for sentiment has passed. Our paths diverged long ago.
Hail.
Enough of this. Take away this fiend who mistook and abused the crowns proper for his own. About time we got to step in. Take him away. I say.
My word.
Never thought you'd settle this in a duel. Not really a bloke to fight fair, is he? What will happen to him? He's been relieved of his duties as Knight Commander. As such, we're taking him into custody. What? The Lady Hulkenberg not tell you? We're Knights of the Shadow Guard.
This time?
Anyhow, you really helped us out. We've been waiting for a chance to catch him red-handed overstepping his bounds. I did mention, yes, I had to call upon a certain organization before we set forth. I've been asked to help expose his wrongdoings. Having departed to knighthood, I was also free of certain limits imposed by the title. You seemed pretty reluctant. Kept saying you'd convince him to step down of his own volition. I wanted to believe that within him, a knightly pride yet survived, and now 'tis an outcome most unfortunate. You fought marvelously.
True.
You're right, and I had not won without you, so thank you for seeing this through. We've already investigated his home and had all the evidence we need. It seems he was executing certain people who'd gotten on the wrong side of the nobles. And those 8 that were being hanged today, they were acquitted of all the wrongdoing. It's not the Shadow Guard's true purpose, to be sure, but hard to overlook something like this. We thank you for your efforts in resolving the matter.
A true knight.
He addressed me as a knight to a fellow knight. I cannot say if I've lived up to such a title. You are a model.
Incredible.
You exaggerate, surely. I have a ways to go until that point, and we still have yet to restore His Highness, the Prince, after all. For now, Thu, your words are enough for me. I thank you. Since I parted ways with Verdanth, I thought I was no longer worthy of friends, but the more I floundered on my own, the more distant escape seemed, and I lost sight of the path.
My thanks.
But now I've overcome the woman I once was, thanks to you. Alright, so I got a couple people at 1 HP, or 1 level away from max.
Yes, I am your knight.
Ooh, Paladin and Dark Knight. That could be fun.
Now then.
The pursuits of the Shadow Guard are classified, of course. I'm sorry to ask, but could you keep from mentioning these matters to our friends? Hey, don't need to tell me anything. Hey, top 10. All right, we're back again. All right, so who wants to talk? We can talk to Juna.
Hey.
Yes, I will take a break with you.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure, we can go to Brawlhaven. Any reason you want to go here? You want to see the water, the docks?
Nice!
Ah, the air of a coastal town is simply divine. So is the shopping. What are you buying?
Hold on.
Oh, would you like the whole list? Clothes, perfume, to start. Lady has expenses. How about a haircut? The runner is surely lacking in amenities. If I'm to be frank, it stinks of sweat.
Ben.
Sure. I'll be your bodyguard and bag carrier, I guess. Sing a song for me.
Yep.
Oh, of course, just for you.
Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Da 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 da. Da da da. Thank you.
I love your songs. You're so pretty. I hope I can do it as well as you. Well, thank you. I'll be rooting for you.
Hmm?
What? Why the face? I can be plenty nice. That girl was an idiot, just like me. Is that really about singing?
Hold on.
I suppose there's no harm in telling you. We have some secret stuff going on. People have no shortage of opinions about the Nadia. We're friendly liars, voracious cowards, streetwise swindlers. They say we conceal our true, ugly faces behind beautiful, transformative masks. Almost makes you want to burst out laughing, doesn't it? Living on the fringe is hardly a life at all, so we work hard to fit in it. We train at it. That's the secret. I'm sure the girl's life is no picnic, but I saw her eyes sparkle as she listened to me sing. If even for a fleeting moment I can lift the heart of a child, putting her best foot forward, then I'll gladly sing mine out.
Oi!
You saw the songstress? Where? Let's go find her. Uh-oh. Let's get out of here. There's paparazzi! Run! There's paparazzi!
Oh.
The rumors are true. How fortune smiles. I think we're safe here. I only got through that without getting noticed thanks to you. I am so glad you were there, truly.
Greetings.
Do apologize, but are you perhaps the Lady Juna? My name is Capra. I'm a merchant of textiles in the city. Might I have a moment?
And then?
You see, we owe our prosperity to our laborers and such. We thank them with a festival in their honor once a year. I have the fortune of being in charge of this year's festivities, and I would very much like to make it a grand celebration. Would you like me to sing, I take it? Yes, so. Although our coffers aren't as so deep as the church, we would pay you.
Yep.
Let's not quibble, I'll do it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I have to run that by you, but I'd like to take him in on the offer. It should be as fine as long as they don't delay us, will it? I want to hear you sing too.
Right.
Thank you.
I think it's wonderful that this festival is dedicated to the working class. I'll pour everything I have into making it a memorable performance. And as for you, I'll make sure you have a front row seat, as my reliable escort, porter, and a captain should. Cool, so she's going to put on a concert, and I get to listen to her sing.
Things have gotten
I'll take
fun.
it. That is so good. Why didn't I put that on? Why didn't I level her before? But I'm afraid that all that quite extended my shopping list. Let's no expense be spared for the festival. Okay, hold on. I only have so much money.
Time
Actually,
marches on,
gain some
and the
mag.
age of a new king draws nearer.
Look at this.
Look at this. A Magla potion. Nice.
Well then.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes!
Just lovely.
I really wanted to finish him off. I really wanted to max him out. I don't even know what he's gonna give me, but... Stroll, you
Yeah.
are my first friend, and you're gonna be my first best friend. Let's go. Don't discuss any lovey-dovey stuff with me, though. I will straight out deny you.
Hey,
We've got the lands. No, I don't care about that. Alright, let's go to your parents.
thanks a bunch.
Can you point the gauntlet runner toward my village? Fire up the engine!
You know, I'm truly blessed with good fortune. I was born into nobility, lived a carefree childhood, and I even survived a human attack. But more than all of that, I've met people I can trust. I'm further blessed in friendship. Sometimes it frightens me. I question whether or not I deserve to have all this.
Everyone deserves that.
That's true. You can't measure the value in people's lives. Somehow, I always end up trying to weigh mine all the same. After all, I was only able to help the people here because of my parents' wealth. The inheritance just happened to be in the royal capital, and the people of Harlia were coincidentally in the same place.
Luck is its own type of skill, right?
Guess I should just embrace it, yes. I don't regret using the full inheritance as I did for a moment. Given a second chance, I would do the exact same thing. But I think I defied my parents in some way. That's my only regret in all this.
They would have done the same.
I'm sure they'd have done the same.
I just don't know. Even during the attack, my parents shielded me from the fighting. They told me to get to Grand Trad with all haste. Grand Trad. Rangif said my parents told him the same. They wanted everyone to flee to the capital. And then the merchant in the capital was the one keeping the inheritance. Is this all really coincidence?
No, your parents orchestrated it this way.
If that's true, though, do you think my parents might have intended the inheritance to be... Oh, the family treasure my father mentioned in the letter. He wasn't talking about the inheritance. He meant the people. A nobleman is the shield in his people's hands, durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry. Else what value does he have? I continue to find ways I never understood my parents.
They put their faith in you.
In me. They had faith. In me. I'd always thought I'd been a worthless son to them.
They say a child never knows how precious he is to his parents.
He never knows. Someday, I will restore our home. Everyone will come back to live in peace. And I won't let anyone take it from us, ever again. But this isn't about my family. This tragedy must never be allowed to be repeated anywhere. On my pride as a noble, I swear it.
The proud noble Stroll, keeper and heritor of the warrior's virtues.
Here we
By
go.
the grace of his newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
And he's maxed.
I'm going to change
Best
the future.
friend. When a Stroll attacks a human-type monster, critical... Okay. He's ready to equip a heroic embodiment. What does that mean? What's a heroic
Thank you.
embodiment?
Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience. My parents' mantra has never been more clear to me. You keep moving forward. Do what you know to be just. And I will be just a step behind, no matter what. Look back, and you will find hope. Don't forget that.
Alright. And just like that, Stroll is my best friend. Does anybody want to talk? Stroll? It was nice meeting you, buddy. Alright, so, what are we doing then? As we don't really have much to do.
All right then.
Where is... Is there like a person?
All right then.
Yes, right outside.
What do you want to do?
I want to get up here.
This place.
Yes, let's give a
Besides.
speech. Deciding to be the new king, eh? Honestly, I don't care what happens outside our village. Right? What good does you becoming a king do for us? What can you do? What should I say to reach the public's heart? I could tell them that all will worship the dragon god. But I feel like that would be... I mean, I could just lie. I'll protect you guys. No, I'll increase tourism. Nah, see? All will worship the dragon god.
Please listen.
When I become king, the dragon god will become the deity
is
of the
it?
state's religion. The state religion? That means there'd be no more oppression, and our faith would expand like sanctism. No, he's just spinning platitudes to win our favor. The rest of the country would have his head. Okay, that didn't work.
All right.
That worked quite well. Didn't work well enough. I tried.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
About the currents.
Alright, so we know that we're still about to leave. We're still waiting a couple more days. We got 2 more days. We should repay those who have done so much for us.
I too will.
I shall accompany you. Okay.
So? Just lovely.
Oh, wow. No, this went by a lot faster than I thought, actually.
All right then.
We're on the last day. Lonzo. I mean, this doesn't really all seem... I mean, like, I'm not really seeing a reason to level you. Not quite. I'm sure there is a reason, but for now, we're gonna do Alonzo. Okay. But now,
What now?
quest this one. 22 out of 25. So we need what? 3 more? Gallica. Swordmaster. So what would the heroic embodiment be then? I don't know. Where's Stroll? What do you need for this Stroll? Swordmaster needs to be a 20. Okay. Wait. Swordmaster at 20. He's at 14. And General at 10. Well. Do I have any... I have so many. Well, we're obviously gonna just spend everything on him. Commander.
Right.
Yep,
I could get used to this.
that's fine. We'll use the 500s. Stroll.
A new power to wield.
Alright. So this needs to get to 20. I'm not gonna put another one on there. Swordmaster needs to get to 20, right? Stroll. Swordmaster needs to get to 20, yes.
Right. I could get used to this.
Alright. God, it's so good. 50% more attack. Okay. Commander.
A new ability.
Also gets the 20. Okay. Now. Stroll. Okay. Okay. General needs to get to 10, which would be this class.
I see. Fascinating. This, all right?
That's so much, but yes.
I'm counting.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already know.
A new power to wield.
Yes, that's fine. He can turn into that. Actually, no. He gets turned back into this. I mean, I might as well just put this last one on that, because why not? No. Where's General?
Right. I could get used to this.
Alright. So.
Yeah!
No. Stop.
What now?
Stroll. You need to go to this. Alright. Now. Who else is done? Hulkenberg, you're almost done, right? Where do I see follower? Yeah. Okay, so Hulkenberg's almost done. These are all just teammates. We're still missing one person. And it's going to be my last party member, because that's where this person will go. These are all party members. Alright, so just this top part. So Hulkenberg is next. What do you got for me, Hulkenberg? You need to be a magic knight. Auto counter physical skills as well as healing skills. Okay. Focusing on offense, it can defend in unique ways by counteracting magic. And okay, well, hold on. I want to see. Medium pierce. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because Magic Knight needs to be at 20 for both. And I already have a oh, it needs to be Wizard at 10. I knew that. Well, she can stay this, because she needs to get to Magic Knight 20. So that can stay here. That leaves Heisme. That means you're next. What do you got for me? You need Assassin at 20 and Sniper at 10. Assassin at 20, Sniper at 10. So he needs to be a Seeker. Wizard, Assassin, Wizard. Okay, where's Assassin? Thief needs to get to 20. Okay. I mean, everything's just kind of working out right now. Alright.
You're...
What's up,
Hey.
Alonso? Yes, let's go to the landowner.
Thank you.
My network already has the info. I'll send out the final go-ahead. That'll ensure the landlord takes a certain little-used path. Alright, last time we did something, Alonso, your whole family, your mom died and the whole... But Alonso, what are you doing here? What are you planning? Haven't you heard? A little bard told me your daughter has a man she fancies. What was his name again? Oh, right. Cocculus. Did you say your goodbyes to her before you left, or had she gone out somewhere?
You bastard!
What have you done to my daughter, you cur? What happens to your precious daughter depends on you. Tell your guards to give us a little space.
Now!
What are you after, my life? If you're offering it, sure, but there's something I want more. Tell me, where do your desires truly lie? My desires? What the hell are you getting at? To get into your purse strings, I had to use everything at my disposal to look into you. What I found was rather discomforting. Allegedly, you committed several atrocities in various villages, yet many villagers still respect you. I'd assumed you used money to force or make them submit, but I was wrong. Perhaps you've hidden your true intentions this whole time. Explain yourself. She's 5 years younger than me, yes. She's quite lovely when she smiles, just like her mother. With such beautiful little family at stake, you have no choice but to obey what your conspirators tell you behind those closed
That's right.
doors. You are a beloved father, an upstanding man, and they noticed they fed you lies and flattery in one turn. One moment you're praised, the next threatened. And before you knew it, you'd fallen in line with the oppressors of the weak, and you can't break free. It's rather a pitiful tale, don't you think?
Silence!
What do you know? What could you possibly understand of depravity that taints this world? I had 3 daughters, and those bastards, they...
Tell me.
Don't you wish that you could end this ruse? I'd have quit long ago if I could have. I don't want to be stolen from any longer. I'd have the power to change a thing. I haven't the power
Ridiculous.
to change a single thing. That sounds awfully familiar, doesn't it? Where have I heard those words before?
Well, sure.
I believe you said them yourself. Oh, you remember? Well, that's all in the past. If I had met you, I would have surely ended up like him.
Moving on.
Well, I've learned what I wanted to know. Now then, good sir, would you like a chance at redemption? I'll set your daughter free, and I'll even help you atone for your sins, so long as you agree to my terms and cooperate with me. I accept your offer. You have my word. Ah, all right. You hear that? It's time for the big reveal. I haven't done anything to your daughter. Actually, I've never even met her.
Hey,
You understand why I told you that load of rubbish, don't you? I took a gamble on you. What you truly desire. Well then, that's one mountain climbed. I predicted correctly and won my bet. So what now then? I've got a few ideas. You just sit back and look forward to it.
I...
In hindsight, I've always run away when things take a turn for the worse. Even when I try to die, it was to escape my sins. But you've helped me figure out what I ought to do, something only I can do. Yes, I'm a liar and a cheat, yes. Yet I hate those who lie and cheat. I hate the very framework of a world that had made me become the deceiver that I am. What lies ahead will be the great conman Alonso's work of a lifetime.
Remember your vow.
For this new king who will change the cesspit into a never-before-seen utopia, I'll pull the wool over the world's eyes and then take it for myself. Okay. Sure, but, friendship, yay! But of course...
I will live to my...
He's almost done too now.
Farewell.
Next time we meet. Okay, bye-bye. I hope I have the time to, get all of my other supporters up. Oh, that's right, we're gonna be leaving.
What's up, Del? Something on your mind?
That's nothing. Just thinking.
Oh no. You're not still feeling unwell, are you?
It's just the twinge now, that's all. I'm sharp as ever, me.
You sure? 'Cause I remember, once the big fever passed, you went hot and cold again a couple more times. I've never seen you go down like that.
I said I'm fine, didn't I? God, but you worry too much. Come on, I'm starving.
Well, having an appetite is a good sign of being, better.
Something's bothering me.
Really? He seemed pretty healthy to me.
Just a bad feeling, I suppose. It was a human that wounded him.
Oh no.
Hard to say whether the magla might have any nasty side effects. You know.
You mean he may need magic healing? I don't know if we're gonna find that here on the island.
Hey, is there any way we could get Rella to take a look at him? Magla-borne symptoms can take a turn for the worse incredibly fast, no matter how healthy you are. I'd rather not let it fester.
Well, we do claim to help anyone in need, eh? But don't forget that we're fighting a battle. And if you cannot distinguish friend and foe on the battlefield, it will be your end.
I know you're right. But I get the feeling those two are telling themselves the same thing.
What if now? What if, instead of speeding to her doorstep, we ask her saintliness to come here? It'll just take a bit of conspiring to get our story straight. I mean, I'm not normally a chap to take sides in this sort of thing, but those two hardly strike me as the evil type.
Look, Captain, I wouldn't feel right ignoring this. Will you please go to the royal capital for me?
Of course.
No problem. I'll go.
I knew you'd say that. Well, if Rella's coming here, I guess it won't be that much trouble.
Thanks. I remember I called you too soft once. I see now I was wrong.
If that's sorted, let's get it done sharpish before any complications crop up.
Thank you so much for your help leading the evacuation. They tell me not everyone got a chance to thank you. So on their behalf...
Don't worry about it. Didn't want the annihilation of a whole village on my conscience is all.
Wasn't expecting you to handle the evacuation side, Del. Thought for sure you'd be the first in the fray with the human.
They healed me up. Gotta repay the favor, don't I? Wouldn't feel right otherwise.
And then for their sake, you should take care of yourself, too.
What? Who the hell? No way. Aren't you Saint Rella?
Yeah.
You're joking. You're not joking. Why is she here?
I called for her and she came. You that surprised? I know people in the Crown Theocracy. My work speaks for itself these days.
It's almost time for the Saints' Day festivities in Montario. Having been invited, I was in the area. I heard about your splendid work, Fidelio and Basilio. I hardly recognized the two of you.
You remember us?
Of course. This is a bit of a reversal, though. Back then, it was you helping treat Basilio's wound. I can tell how far you've come since then.
Ugh.
But I've also heard about your own injury. Your right foot, I'm guessing. Have you felt any sudden fevers come on? Let me have a look.
Well, it's like you do not turn down the number
Yes,
one
that
healer.
should do. I can see you had an expert looking after you already. Physically, you're as well as anyone could ask. But... Fidelio, is there something you feel lost or anxious about?
Where's that coming from?
I've talked to lots of people and observed the flow of their magic. By now, I'm certain that Magla is connected to our emotions. When I speak to someone who's feeling strong emotions, I can sense the state of their heart as if seeing it with my own eyes.
Nah, I'm sound. Nothing's getting me down.
I see. Then you should be fine. Just don't take life for granted, or your treatment will have been for nothing. Keep on living, all right? For now, let's see. Run to the beach and back with Basilio. If you can make it without slowing down, then clearly there's nothing wrong with your foot.
Hey, sounds like a laugh. Just like when we were kids. Step lively, Del, or I'll leave you behind.
Hey, what the hell? I said I'm fine. Oh, damn it. Basilio! Hang on!
Thanks, Rella. When you told me about the first time you'd saved someone's life, I didn't realize you were talking about them.
You're in Luis's entourage now. Yet you needed our stories to match in front of the brothers. You're swimming in dangerous waters, aren't you? Not just that. You've got a gauntlet runner that can teleport across the land and an elder captain who wields it through magic. That's a lot to take in.
Well, how do I put this?
I didn't realize it when I met you before, but you're already one of the top candidates. I saw the King's Rock. Are you intending to confront Luis?
Yes, that's right.
Well, there you have it.
So you are committed to this path, no matter what. I knew this day might come. It's not my place to stop you.
Come now, do you have to be so bleak? I've already spent my fair share of time with Luis, you know.
Don't underestimate Luis. As far as the Crown Theocracy knows, the King's magic will protect the highest candidates from any harm. And they think that guarantees their safety at the festival. But I've done my research. Some attacks the barrier can't stop. I believe the magic only prevents underhanded approaches, like ambush.
So there's a loophole.
It's not widely known, but take a duel, for instance. Both parties identify themselves, fight with consent, and the magic won't protect them, no matter their standing.
But if you just have to identify yourself and agree to fight... Oh, was that why the battle with Gladel?
Suffice it to say, the King's shield is not perfect, and Luis will surely exploit that. I have a terrible feeling there will be bloodshed before Saint's Day is over. I won't try to stop you, but be careful down the road, all right?
I'll protect Juna. I promise.
But where is this coming from?
Then please, look.
Ugh. You do know I'm not a child anymore.
Keep up, Del! Gotta be faster than that! You spring-heeled bastard, you've got the height advantage! Damn it, you haven't won yet!
I suppose we'll have to leave it there.
Can't deny it this time, though. You lot did fantastic.
And Lady Juna's safe too. I owe you thanks for that, if nothing else. The islanders gave us a map of the east side of the island. Their way of thanking us, I suppose. You're welcome to it, if you don't waste it.
See? Old Del's great at looking after people. He saved loads of them in the evacuations.
Oh, belt up, would you? Been meaning to ask. That's a book, yeah?
Didn't take you for a book reader. Lord Luis likes them, though. Often got his head buried in one.
By the way, doesn't Lord Luis have this same book? I hear it's been banned.
How should we know? Not like we grew up round books. People barely literate nowadays, frankly.
So, what's it say? Long as we're killing time anyhow, let me see it. In this world, one can become anything they desire. Neither birth nor status decides your occupation.
Huh? Sounds grand, that. You think this place really exists?
Course not, you muppet. It's a fantasy, remember? Anyone is free to become anything. This is a paradise of equality and freedom, devoid of discrimination or prejudice. Pretty words, them. But if everybody's free to do what they want, they'll work out their own reasons to be prejudiced. You can call it a utopia, but I reckon people living in it might romanticize our world too. At the end of the day, dreaming of escape will only ever be a dream. Nothing changes unless you do it with your own hands.
Aye. But if we really could do anything, I quite fancy opening up a little diner with you, Del. You like singing, eh? And I'm dead handy with a cook pan. We could invite Lady Juna over. Host a fancy soiree of our own. Every night, just us and our best mates living it up. You telling me you don't like the sound of that?
Get your head out of the clouds, Baz. We're long past being able to get away with that. Doesn't matter anyway. A dream is just a dream.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now then.
Well then, we'll be departing today, but what is this I hear about a festival? The islanders seem to be heading for the coast.
Of course.
The village wants to show their gratitude toward us, wish us a safe journeys. Thanks to the tides, I believe we can still make it by the deadline even if we leave tomorrow. The festivities include a sacred rite where the dragon god statue is set alight in a ceremonial bonfire. It is said that if you offer prayers to it with someone, your wishes come true. Oh, isn't that just marvelous? And who will our dear captain pray tonight, I wonder? Uh-oh. Are they gonna force me to choose? Alright, and that's where I'm gonna end this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed this talkative episode of Metaphor ReFantazio. Well, I am enjoying this game so much. This is all just part of the game. You get to know your party members, you get to know the lore, get to know the story, get to know everything. But remember to like, follow, and subscribe. Everything is free and everything helps out a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.